I kind of have an issue that I've kind of called in about this prior before. Sorry. I called a month ago about an AISH issue,
Okay.
and you guys said you would look after it, but nothing's been done. My AISH is about to be kicked off on May 1st, and this I
Oh,
called in April.
okay.
Now here's the concerning issues, if you don't mind. Um,
What was your name?
my name's Chris Horde. It's right up in there. You
Okay.
see up here it says a 30-day bank statement of your passbook.
Yep.
By Jeanette Radke here.
Yep.
Okay, now when I clarified that, she stated that they needed a notification and that my checks were being deposited in the said accounts. Okay, so I provided that information right here.
Right.
You can see right there. There's the confirmation.
They're
She
not.
said
They're not happy with everything being blacked out.
exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the other issue. I made an appeal to AISH because due to the fact that the information I blacked out is current information. Here's from her supervisor saying unredacted.
So I just want to see the October. So that was October 26th. Oh, Katerina. Oh my.
Okay. I've also put complaints into the Office of Commission because what they're doing is a direct violation of Alberta privacy laws.
Yep. Good for you.
Okay.
Wow. Chris, way to go. All right.
I've also here's a copy of the complaint into OPIC that I specifically saved.
Has this been sent?
Yep, that's already been sent. And as you can see, AISH's demand and policy do not overrule privacy laws or human rights to privacy, which I found out is universal. Where and how I spend my funds is my personal business. As a Native man with rights, this demand directly contradicts my privacy rights and Alberta privacy laws. Now, here's the problem. I found out that AISH falls under community social services.
It does. Yep.
I'm a victim of the Alberta Child Services. I'm a victim of theirs for the abuse that I occurred of them in their services.
Okay.
So how does this look? And here's confirmation that these faxes went off to them, so they exactly know. I haven't even heard from the appeal that was faxed, as you can see on March 6th, 2 months ago, and they have failed to gotten back to me.
Appeal to the AISH?
Yeah, to the fact that they're going to cut my services off.
Okay.
As you can see, there's the AISH right here, and here's the thing. You have been denied by AISH because I will not provide the information to them. It was moved back to May 1st. Now, here's the thing. Community social services are the very ones that disabled me for the rest of my life and put me on AISH. Now, after all these years, they're going to violate my human rights, demand that the track where my money goes and whatnot. If there was any problems with my AISH, you think I'd be going to their doors asking for more money? No, they haven't heard from me in years, up until they start this.
And Chris, I just want to apologize. I work part-time here.
I understand. I just
full-time
want
person, and so I apologize.
not here. I understand. I just want to be
Yeah.
able to get this on documentation
Yep.
and get some help from Deron and bilous.
Yep.
Because all this, just because I'm disabled, just because I'm Native, and the fact I'm disabled is because of them, at their hands. They're the ones that molested me, beat me, and did all the old documented shit that they did. Now they come after me after, demanding. First they say confirmation my check's going in there. I confirmed that. I blacked it out. Then Katrina comes back and demands unredacted, which, historically speaking, a state that does that, there's only been one state in the history that's ever done this, and that's called Nazi Germany.
Okay.
You can photocopy them and everything. This is just a state that when I was trying to get on the AISH so years ago about all the abuse I've suffered and everything during there.
That's okay. I'm gonna take this, photocopy it. I'm gonna bring the originals right back out to you with my card, and I'll get your contact information as
Thank
well.
you.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Now, as you all seen. I'm hoping to get the help from Darian Bilous. This lady was awesome. Awesome. And I'm hoping that Darian Bilous is as good as the people he employs. Because that lady was understanding, she listened, and whatnot. So I'm hoping that this horrible nightmare will finally put an end to it. And these policies have to change by the Alberta government. And it's just not by the Alberta government. It's this United Communist Party, the UCP. They allow this to go on because they have no respect for rights or laws unless it's for them. So wait and see. Once again, this is Darian Bilious's office. The lady that came out here has been awesome. She's listened. She's you know. So hopefully something will get done. And if so, I would say vote for Darian Billios. Fortis et libia, whatever that means. Maybe some of you audience members can tell me what that means. Fortis et libera. Libere? Dance team school. I always wanted to learn to dance. I could break out a John Travolta fucking staying alive fucking dance move.
Okay, Chris. So you actually did talk to Kieran here in the office. You called a couple weeks ago.
Like I said, I called over a month ago and nothing's been done.
Right.
Or I wouldn't be here again.
Right.
Because I'm in desperate mode. May 1st is coming, and they're still pushing this Katrina, this Russian girl that comes from.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's been pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. I've been trying to abstain from whatever. The fact is that this is a human right violation, and it's also an Alberta law, privacy law violation.
I gotta cut you off. I was in the middle of a meeting. I've copied everything. I need to make some phone calls. Is the contact information on this here your current contact info?
My number is 587 33 334. It doesn't sound like it's Katrina. very well liked.
Okay, sorry about that. 587-334.
8174.
8174. Okay, Chris, I need to make some phone calls. I'm gonna call our credit office, the opposition for the Minister of Social Services, because they'll know more than because we're at Dev. But I'll let you know as soon as I find something out. We as a MLA office, we can send an action request, which is asking them to make it goes directly to the minister's office to review the decision on your AISH file. So that means a supervisor, a manager, somebody beyond your case worker.
As long, it's not going to be this Katerina individual, because when they pulled this before, 3 years ago, I asked for both Jeanette Radke and this person to be removed from my file because they went off and tried to demand bank statements from a former bank of mine for prior. And then when I didn't do this, we went through this before, and I had to appeal it, and then it just went under. Now they're coming back at me again. I've done everything. I don't think this government, I'm very well aware of this government. It used to be the Alberta Conservatives. They're the ones that abused me, that justified it and defended it so many years. The only reason they turned themselves to the Alberta, the United Communist Party, is just because of all that bad whatever. But they still think they're above the law. They still think that whatever, the law works around them. I don't think this should be right. And what this office, AISH, is doing is right out of a page from Nazi. You know, show us your papers. We demand to be able to track your funds, where you spend your money, how you spend your money. That's none of their concern. As long as I'm not going to their office asking for more money because I spent it on alcohol or booze, which I don't do, I shouldn't be opened up like this.
Okay, it all depends on what their policy, how it's written. And
policy does not supersede human rights or Alberta privacy laws. Their own laws they put in, Alberta privacy laws.
Right.
Policy does not overrun their laws.
And you're absolutely right, but as far as our office is able to do, it depends on what their policy is asking for review. You've already done the right thing and gone to the next step beyond us, which is making the complaint with the commission.
I've also made a complaint with the Alberta Human Rights, and I will be contacting the federal human rights.
And that's exactly the right thing to do. What I'm going to focus on is trying to prevent it from being cut off, so that so for that I need to do some research, gather information, and make that request to the ministry on your behalf.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, and I hope something gets done. And
okay.
Thank you again.
Take care.
Have a nice day. You see, that's how you should get out of your government employees. Understanding, listening, and hopefully something will be done. But even they agree that everything that this AISH and this Katerina and what the United Communist Party is doing, UCP, is that they think that they're above the law and the laws don't apply to them. As I stated, their demands to go into the track my finances is straight out of Nazism 101. I will be contacting more agencies for more help. OPEC has been contacted and the complaint's gone through there. I haven't heard from them. That'll be my next visit to find out what's going on with that. And I made a complaint with human rights, and I have to contact the Canadian human rights, federal human rights against this, because this all could have been rectified had Jeanette Radke just accepted and did her job, but she refused to, and she pushed it farther.